It's time to talk trash in California. California liberal politicians want to send inspectors to look in your trash bin, charge you penalties if you're not throwing things away properly, and they're trying to impose a garbage tax to pay for it all while they let Mexico dump tons of trash on U.S. soil while they say nothing. Coming up, we'll tell you all about the trash crisis that the liberal media won't tell you about hitting California. I'm Carl DeMaio, chairman of Reform California and a California state legislator, and I've covered parts of this topic over the years. But it's the dirty little secret that California politicians, the liberal Democrats who claim to be for the environment, their environmental record is actually pretty bad. And they are imposing all sorts of new regulations, mandates, fees, taxes, and even penalties, enforcement penalties on you in the name of saving the environment. And they have this attitude that, well, we have a right to look in your trash bin. Oh, yeah. They're sending inspectors out now across the state of California, community after community, to peek inside your trash bin, to make sure that you're recycling properly. And if you're not recycling properly, they're going to penalize you. Oh, all the while, as they claim to want to protect the environment by going after you, they're allowing the Mexican government to dump tons of garbage on U.S. soil, and they're doing nothing about it. So let's get into this topic. Just a reminder, at Reform California, we are blowing the whistle on the hypocrisy of the far left politicians in this state, educating voters, hoping to wake them up. We're also supporting good candidates to break the Democrat supermajority stranglehold in Sacramento and supporting better candidates at the local level. And on some of the topics I'm going to be covering today, we are using this trash tax, the garbage tax that politicians are trying to implement community by community in California. We're using that against the local elected officials that are backing it. But we need your help. Go onto the website, reformcalifornia.org, and join the fight. First thing you can do to help us out, sign up. At the bottom of the website, first name, last name, email, phone, and zip code. You'll be tethered into our growing movement statewide to take back California from the insanity of the far left. You'll get updates on news each week on Friday mornings. Plus, you'll get invited to the events we do in your community, and you'll get the Plain English Voter Guide we publish every election cycle with a plain English description on what's on the ballot, endorsements in all races, from school board and judges all the way up to the state legislature. Please consider putting in a contribution on that website as well. We get no big donor contributions. We're not funded by lobbyists or PACs. We rely on citizen contributions. $5 is all it takes to help us out. So contribute at that website. Finally, if you haven't already done so, at that same website, reformcalifornia.org, please download, print, sign, and mail back the voter ID petition so we can put that on the ballot in 2025. So let's get into the trash topic. In San Diego, they are doing something that pretty much a number of communities are doing. This has just started happening in the last year or so. They're hiring city inspectors to check your garbage bin for compliance with all sorts of crazy state and local regulations on what you can and cannot throw away. San Diego Union Tribune has the story, plastic in your green bin, naughty, naughty, batteries in your trash, oh no. City inspectors are checking San Diegans' garbage for compliance. Meanwhile, they let homeless people defecate on sidewalks with no enforcement whatsoever. That's right. They let drug addicts leave needles in playgrounds for kids to get hurt. No enforcement there either. No. In about a moment, I will share with you the kowtowing that they're engaging in with the Mexican government as they're dumping a bunch of trash. But yeah, it's a whole story about, look at those two Karens. I know they are hired to do the job, but I wouldn't do the job just because I just find it to be absolutely insane that you're looking in people's trash cans, trying to, holier than thou, tell them that they've done something wrong. Also, how is this being paid for? They're hiring inspectors. And they're imposing a garbage tax. San Diego homeowners hit with $523 trash service fee. I love how the media calls it a service fee. It's a garbage tax. And they're not actually billing it homeowner by homeowner. They're just sliding it quietly onto the property tax bill. Most people don't see their property tax bill. It just gets woven into their escrow account as part of their mortgage. You see how these politicians are schemers and scammers and cheaters and thieves? They don't even want to be honest about the fact that they're applying a $523 garbage tax. And by the way, in the last election, when they got the garbage tax approved by voters, they didn't call it a garbage tax. And they lied about the potential charge. They doubled the fee from what they estimated the service fee might be if voters approved the garbage tax. So they're raising your taxes as part of a garbage tax. And $523 per homeowner per year, that is not a little bit of money. And they were looking at $750 per person per year, per household per year. And very soon, if it's $523 in the first year, it'll be increased. So they're raising your taxes. But are these mandates that they're applying even working? No. In fact, when they banned plastic bags, it actually increased plastic bag disposal in the landfills by 47% over 10 years. So they banned plastic bags, saying, we're going to save the environment. Then they exempt bags that they sell that are thicker for 10 cents at the store, taking away your convenience, raising your cost of living, and not even doing good for the environment. A 47% increase in plastic thrown into the landfills by a tonnage basis. And in fact, 8.5 million tons of packaging entered California landfills last year alone. It's only getting worse. But they think that by applying a garbage tax on top of the mandate that didn't work, and then sending a bunch of Karens out to look in your trash bin, somehow that's going to solve the world's problems. How about you deal with homelessness first? That's a bigger environmental calamity. Oh, and by the way, your environmental mandates, like solar mandates, wait until those solar panels reach the end of their 25, 20-year, 30-year life, which a lot of them are, because the first adopters were in the early 2000s in California. Here's from one of the industry groups: solar panel waste, the unknown side of solar power. Why don't we just call it the dirty side? One of the many dirty sides. Oh, but we're saving the environment by having solar mandates. Wait till you do a full environmental life cycle analysis. Oh, I could go on and on about lithium batteries. I could go on about electric vehicles, the so-called things that are better for the environment, the fact that they're choking off clean natural gas power plants in California so that we now have to buy power from other states, a third of our power coming in from other states. And where is that coming from? Dirtier sources than what we would have here in California. Oh, you can't make this crap up. They're not only raising your cost of living and eliminating your convenience, they're not even good environmentalists. But what is Gavin Newsom doing? He's flying off to Brazil to save the environment. Let me do to the world what I've already done to California. No, thank you, Gavin. Higher cost of living, fewer jobs, less convenience, and no real environmental benefit. In fact, an environmental detriment. Hey, Gavin, if you want to deal with foreign policy and the environment, do your damn job and tell the Mexican government, stop dumping sewage in San Diego County on our beaches and bays. Oh, we're talking millions of gallons of raw sewage a day being dumped on our beaches and bays. Half the year, San Diego beaches, at least a portion of our beaches, half the year are shut because of Tijuana, Mexico sewage. And the liberal media doesn't mention this. And the Democrat politicians who hoot and holler about all the bad things you're doing. You're not diverting enough waste. You're not putting the right things in the right bin. They don't say a word about Mexico. Oh, and it's not just sewage. Let's get back to solid waste. Tons of Mexican trash ending up in California landfills. How about you send some of your damn inspectors down to Mexico to enforce against that baby? No, gotta go after hapless victims. The little guy, poke around in their green bin, their blue bin, their black bin, because you're too chicken blank to take on the Mexican cartels and the Mexican politicians saying, stop dumping your crap on our side of the border. No one's talking about this. I ask my Republican friends, why are you ceding the environmental issue to the Democrats when they have such a bad record? Look, no mistake about it. California voters are pro-environment. Even our Republicans. I'm pro-environment. I'm sure you are too. Why not make this part of our messaging, our policy plan, to deal with issues on the environment? But no. At Reform California, we're working to change the sort of Republicans that you see run, to come up with a better environmental platform, costs less, delivers more, preserves your freedom and convenience, and is better for the environment. We believe that there's an opportunity here, but we need your help. Help us show leadership on this issue. Like this channel, like this video, subscribe to the channel so that we can boost the algorithm and get this scandal out there to more voters. 84% of you are not subscribed to this channel. It's free. Help us expand our reach. The more subscribers, the more the algorithm pushes it out to other people who are not yet subscribing. It's basically a popularity contest, and that's how the technology works. So subscribe to this channel. A lot of you are not subscribed yet. Until next time, I'm Carl DeMaio, Chairman of Reform California and a California State Legislator. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. But before you click away, please subscribe to this channel and click that notification button so you get updated when we post new episodes. Plus, like this video and share it with your friends so that we can help spread our message across the state.